Hi, and welcome to Enchantment of Eternity's review of The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 6, Swear. So this will be a real short video where I just give a few quick thoughts on the episode, but first I'll start off with the standard spoiler warning. You will not want to watch this video if you haven't seen up to this episode. So I'm actually surprised that we got a Tara episode. I wasn't expecting one, as in the past when minor characters go out on missions, we usually don't see them until they return, so I really wasn't expecting to see Tara and Heath, so I was actually very pleased with the concept of the episode. It's quite funny because it seems like most people tend to be saying that last week's and this week's episodes were the weakest of the season and it's gone boring, but actually I see things the total other way around. These two episodes have been my favorite of the season, probably because it focuses on lesser known characters, and frankly it does things I didn't expect to see, whereas I felt the first four episodes were boring and predictable and exactly what I expected to see. And on that same token, next week's episode doesn't look all that interesting either. Not to say I thought this episode was great, it could be kind of slow at times and the ending was rather dull. But that being said, it did go in directions I did not expect. First off, I definitely didn't expect to see a Tara episode, and I didn't expect to be introduced to another community, and I didn't expect that they would turn out to be hostile. I thought these were all really interesting and well-rounded characters that, frankly, I thought were better than the Kingdom. I liked the revelation that they were running from the Saviors, and that they kind of tricked Tara into thinking that they were going back with her, but really they just wanted to take her away from the colony so they could kill her. Also, this shows some of the negative consequences that the Saviors had on the area, but it is funny because they are clearly very far from Alexandria, but I guess that makes sense since they would have tried to get as far away from the Saviors as possible. And I thought the themes of this episode worked beautifully, more so than most recent Walking Dead episodes, as it began with Heath talking about how everyone's just out for themselves and there's no teaming up and being nice. And when Tara tried to make an alliance with this other community, she found ultimately that they were the same way. They weren't evil, but they were willing to kill her to protect themselves. And what was more powerful was when she returned to Alexandria and she found her own people were the same way, as it was clear Rosita would have ransacked and put those people in danger just to get their hands on guns and supplies. And so Tara kept her promise to Cindy to keep their community secret, and that was a very powerful ending. I do think we will see this community again, but not for a long while. It's kind of like when Daryl first ran into Dwight and the Saviors. We didn't get any follow up on that for a while, and I think it will be even longer until we see these people again, but I'm sure that we eventually will. So my rating for Swear out of 10 is an 8, extremely good. I felt this episode just worked and it surprised the hell out of me, and it was not at all what I was expecting, and it goes a way to renew my faith in the show. That being said, it wasn't perfect and it could be a bit dull at times, but I would not call this a filler episode at all. So that's it for my review of Swear. Be sure to keep an eye out on my channel as I continue to review episodes of The Walking Dead, as well as covering many other shows like Game of Thrones, Star Trek, Humans, Vikings, and more. So be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with all of that. And thanks a lot for watching.